Chris Koclanes fired as Wings front office resets around Paige Bueckers' future. The Dallas Wings front office was one enthusiastic bunch when they brought in Chris Koclanes. In fact, their exact words after hiring him back in December 2024 were, "Throughout our extensive search and interview process, Chris continued to rise to the top and check the boxes of our important pillars." That enthusiasm, unfortunately, paid off in the opposite way after Koclanes presided over a season during which the Dallas Wings, despite having a star like Paige Bueckers, recorded the worst points total of the season alongside the Chicago Sky. In light of this, the recent announcement from the Wings should have been seen coming from miles away. A few hours ago, the official X account of the Dallas Wings announced that Chris Koclanes will not be returning as head coach. This announcement comes around 2.5 weeks after the Dallas Wings secured a win against the Phoenix Mercury by playing their last game of the 2025 regular season. However, since that win was accompanied by 34 losses in the regular season, the team missed out on making it to the playoffs for the first time since 2020. A netizen in the comments section soon shared a screenshot of the official statement from the Wings' general manager, Curt Miller, justifying the reason behind the decision. He thanked Chris for his many and immediate contributions to the organization this past season. At the same time, however, Miller also added that with new team facilities being built, a youthful roster under contract, and the rights to 3 first-round draft selections over the next 2 seasons, including a lottery pick in 2026, the Wings are well-positioned for future success. In light of this, Curt Miller felt there is no better time than now to make a change in leadership. Jim Parsons once said, "Someone else's success is not your failure." However, in the real world, often decisions can be made within an organization that aren't made out of a sole need to get better. Instead, they are made because the organization can afford to. Chris Koclanes has become a victim of that thought process. The Dallas Wings have entered a new era now, following Paige Bueckers' signing. The attention of the world is now on this team, as seen by how Bueckers' debut game with the Wings, aka the team's opening night game against the Minnesota Lynx, reportedly brought in over 612,000 viewers. This was a 121% increase over a comparable window from the previous season. Additionally, a July matchup between the Wings and Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever drew an average of 2.1 million viewers, with a peak audience of 2.5 million. This represented a 69% increase versus last year's WNBA on ABC regular season average. The Wings are only set to grow and gain more attention going forward since, according to reports, Dallas has a 40% chance to win the #1 pick for the 2026 WNBA draft. Since no date for the lottery has been set due to the labor dispute between the WNBA and the WNBPA, the date cannot be confirmed at this time. According to reports, Koclanes was allowed to work with Paige Bueckers to build a foundation for the franchise. However, he didn't offer any movement forward towards a long-term solution. In addition to this, the Dallas Wings didn't have any player appear in every game this season. This added up to well over 100 games missed due to injury or absence from the squad. The Wings even had to sign players to hardship contracts on several occasions just to have the league minimum of 8 players available. The Wings are gaining attention and making the necessary investments to maintain it. This included recently breaking ground on an estimated $48.6 million practice facility. In light of this, the franchise cannot hold back if it believes the head coach is not up to the task. Koclanes has now become the 3rd WNBA coach to be fired since the regular season ended. Back in September, the Seattle Storm parted ways with Noelle Quinn. This was followed by the New York Liberty making a surprising move by letting go of Sandy Brondello. While we don't know what is next in store for him, we do know that the team will begin searching for new candidates soon. It's barely been hours since the announcement, and predictions have already begun to pop up who can replace Chris Koclanes as head coach. When looking at candidates, the eyes should fall first upon the available ones, right? In light of that, who better to seek the attention of than another coach who recently got fired, aka Sandy Brondello. One of the reasons why the former New York Liberty head coach's exit was questioned was because she had led Sabrina Ionescu and co to a championship just last year. Additionally, Brondello reportedly boasts a track record of helping teams become playoff contenders and title favorites. If the goal is to keep Paige Bueckers happy, then the team needs to start with a successful veteran coach. Anat.